garden, it's not going to do much.
So the bottom line is, all of us could eventually have to dig into hip pocket here.
And that is the case with some lake associations. They do go door to door and get donations. That's one of the good things about a lake association and buy-in. The dues money is put towards that. So it depends on how you spin it, I guess. Yes?
Just timeline wise. This year, you mentioned the management plan, I assume would be worked on.
Yes.
When would the grant request go in?
What happens is we have annual cycles for the grants. We're going to finish mapping, yikes, 2008. We're going to finish mapping in 2008. You guys would need to get a formal request into me for matching funds by September 15th. And on our website, we have a control grant application, which gives you what I'll need is a point of contact for the water body and contact information. And then it's got that table that I mentioned that's going to ask you the questions about users and uses of the water body. So that's all one complete package. I need that in hand by September 15th. What we'll do is, based on my map, the map with the pink on it, we can get ballpark bids. Somebody will need to request bids from the two applicators. And I have that contact information. They'll send the bids out. You can have a bid war between them if you want. So if you get the two bids back and you say, well, can somebody beat this bid or whatever, there are only two applicators that will do it. So it can drive the cost down by a couple $1,000s at least.
You're looking at the map today, and this was the last year.
Right.
We saw a tremendous increase last year, previous year. Wouldn't you just go forward assuming that this is all pink?
Well, it depends. How deep is the maximum depth of the pond?
10 feet.
8 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
That could be a likely scenario. Can you see bottom from the surface? You can.
No, not where we are.
And I've dived into water, and visibility is at 10 feet, probably a foot.
Okay. That's in a
Visibility
in a way
is a big
that's
problem.
benefit. Yeah, in a way that's a benefit though, because milfoil will grow where there's no light.
But it's growing in 10 feet, you know, this whole pink area around the island,
Yeah.
that's got a 10-foot area.
And it's significantly worse this year than last year.
And it's up to the top.
All right.
Well, you're going to reach,
September to
depending,
November.
I'm thinking about when we're using when we're coming up with a figure as a target to
right,
fundraise.
right.
We don't want to find ourselves a year down the road saying, oh, we calculated it
Yep.
40,000, and it's really 60. And we're up short now, we're going to do a patch job, and it's not going to.
Well, if you're going to start working with your towns, I would say certainly elevate that figure. And what I can do early on in the season is I can go out there and do some depth contouring, and then I can have an idea of where the milfoil could potentially grow. Yeah.
This year it's probably.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We're dead in the water this year, though, right?
For this year, there's no more funding available.
So we're not even talking anything until next summer.
Right.
This summer, like,
Yeah.
This year, pool.
have a nice summer, right?
Without great.
Next summer, yes. Next spring or summer. The funding isn't there, and even if you were to apply for, even if you were to raise the money locally without state funds this year, a treatment could be done, but you wouldn't be able to do a treatment because of permitting until late July or August. Because
this year?
actually, you wouldn't want to treat in July. You wouldn't be able to treat until August. Because it takes 90 days for the Department of Agriculture to review the permit applications. That's their set time frame. So you couldn't treat until then, 90 days, at least from today, if you were ready to put the permit in right now.
For a large part of this water body, it is 4 to 6 feet. There are places that may be 10 or maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Could we organize and maybe even get some volunteers, divers? You don't need scuba equipment to do this where we live. Could we maybe spend 2 Saturday mornings pulling? Is there a good time in the season for us to do that? Is it earlier? Is it later? Would that kind of minimize things perhaps this year?
And maybe in conjunction with a drawdown, which they can do.
Well, one of the things that people do, and I'm working with 2 rivers that have done this, is do deep drawdowns in the fall where they freeze out the milfoil and it thins it out a little bit for the following season. It doesn't get rid of it, but it will freeze it out. In terms of pulling is certainly an option, and I can have some of our guys and myself come down and do some of the dive work. There's a catch though. going after root systems, trying to pull them out of the sediment. Specific process, it's not just yanking it out or mowing it. You really need to get in there and pull out the root crowns, which can be about this big. So it's you can do it in small areas in front of your properties. The true definition for wetlands is you need a permit. If you go out and you pick a few here and there and clear a little spot, then it's okay. But just, I mean, don't go in there and mow out a whole area without a permit. If you want to do some organized activities, we have divers that we can bring in for stuff like that. So yes, we can explore that option.
For what would be a good time, or is it too late now to maybe look at June, you know, kind of
No.
earlier in the season, so that we
Anytime is
can
fine.
actually have a good season there with all the work?
Anytime is fine. You're not going to be able to pick the whole water body though.
Right, right.
But I mean, in little swim areas in front of your houses and stuff like that, here and there is fine. But selectively and not all in one day. You don't pull out all the other natives, just the milfoil. And I have to say that because I'm representing DES. I have to speak by the rules.
Because of the last two floods, there was a lot of silt spills that came in the river and brought it up, talking about dredging. So they need, if they're gonna do this dredging, they can do this at the same time, draw the river right down and do the dredging. And I noticed you had a tarp up that wasn't letting the air out.
Right.
Don't you have a tarp that will let the air out? Doesn't
do.
let, and it's still full.
It still does.
It does.
What we have, it's like a window screen, but it's coated with fiberglass, so it lets the gas up, but the gas is produced so quickly in the bottom that it still billows.
Okay, so now, we're gonna find out if they really wanna dredge the river. If they can dredge the river's all down, they're like, they can walk across
Yeah.
and do whatever we gotta do.
Who is
Is it
there?
the state or is it?
FEMA did a study, that was gonna be my question, if they do, I don't expect they're going to do the dredging, because they take too long to make decisions. Let's say they do, how would that affect this? They could scoop up a lot of it, and take it out.
Spread it around.
Right.
They dredged years ago, the river, they went right down and they took all the bottom out and all, you know, so the main channel would be all cleaned out and then just a little cones after, we have to take care of it.
Yeah, well, there are a couple of tricky things with dredging. Dredging is great, but if they're gonna do it, they have to dredge below the light depth, that the light penetrates into the water to make it successful. That way, it's unlikely that anything will be able to root on the bottom and grow up. So that might be dredging a couple feet based on your water clarity. I mean, if you've got water that's not so clear, you might not need to go that far down to get it below the floating zone or the lake zone.
Did you
Dredging?
know if there's any more activity on the dredging? I don't know if you heard anything.
How involved is it to get licensed to use the Aquaside?
You need to be state licensed.
How involved is that to get licensed?
You have to take a couple different exams, and different classifications.
That might be a good approach, to get 3 or 4 people on the river that are licensed, then we don't have to refer to outside contractors. If you go on the website of the Aquaside, they make it sound very safe.
And that is very false. I had
It is?
one.